18 damage.
18 damage brings it to 80, 92. The thing begins to break apart. It is no longer actively attacking you. It is now kind of this chunky mush in a big pile along this side of the corridor.
Haha.
It is definitely an obstacle, as there is wall to wall mush up to your waist. These transparent cubes and leaking substance.
Can you see it now?
Just the moans. Ptolemy is actually clutching his head and kind of rocking back and forth. Doom's growling at him, and just the moans of the zombies that are all agitated as they're trying to grab through the bars.
Shadow's gonna grab Ptolemy and pull him, like move him back.
All right.
Shadow's
Darian.
gonna. It's Darian's turn, and then the end of the round.
Sorry.
When I say now, you hit the switch. It's like just slow yourself. Alcur will use disrupt undead cantrips to destroy the zombie.
Okay, so between the paladin with the glowing axe, who chops off any of the hands that try to reach through the bars, and Alcur with his cantrips, the two of you can take 5 minutes to kill zombies. Zombies have 20 hit points, with weakness 5 to slashing and weakness 5 to positive energy. So the two of you are able to right. Shadow, what did you want to do to Ptolemy?
Just pull him away from this area.
Okay, so.
And he's gonna go to this. He's gonna go into this room and cut this guy free, like set him free.
Did you see the dessert?
It was no dessert, Tommy. Friggin' thing. They called it a Jello ooze or something.
Why are you bringing me into this horrible room?
Well, it's better than out there.
And he starts unreleasing the thing a little bit. Not too fast, but he'll slowly release it.
Ptolemy doesn't want to look at the tortured people, so he spends his time kind of poking at and remarking about how wonderful the Iron Maiden looks like.
Gonna need some help here.
Oscar starts looting the guy.
Yep.
And hey, this fucker's still breathing.
He is still breathing.
Bring him to that table.
Krieger's just breathing heavy. You want me to bring him there?
Yeah, you do it. Crusher's gonna go and see the guy who's on the table.
Okay. Shadow, you're just kind of just throwing wheels and undoing this guy's bindings.
Crusher's like, well, hold on a second.
This guy has enough energy to kind of curl onto his side and go into the fetal position. He is whimpering to himself.
Crusher has knowledge engineering, and he's like a doctor kind of, so maybe he can undo this guy properly so he does the least amount of damage, and tries to maybe pop his joints back in.
Shadow's already unleashed him.
Oh, he's done that? Okay.
Yep.
So Crusher is going to see about...
This man's shoulders and his legs are dislocated from his sockets along his shoulders and his hip.
There's a painful procedure to get this in, but it's a successful one. With a strength 18 guy who knows how to do it.
This is an old construction, says Ptolemy.
Shadow and Crusher just pause like...
Very old. Definitely from before the time of King Hestron.
Crusher's gonna throw medicine.
You're tending to this guy?
Pop this guy's joints in.
Okay.
Bite down on this.
No more, please.
Now tell me, what was your name again? He's like, my name is...
Alright, so you're doing some rough medicine on this peasant?
There's no either way to do it. A hero point. I'm spending a hero point.
You ripped the leg off.
To not destroy this man's limbs.
Okay.
Perhaps you want to wait for your doctor.
There.
All right. You do perform the procedure. He passes out after the first one, making it easier for you to pop his arms and legs back into their sockets. It does look like he's going to need quite a bit of time to mend.
Yep.
Please, do you have some food, some water? The two emaciated women and the orcs are also begging for food and water.
You will be tended to.
Let us out, brother. Let us out.
Do you swear fealty to me?
Oh, give me
You will follow what we say. We will free you. Promise that you will follow what we say.
Give me a diplomacy check. You're speaking in Orcish to them?
Yep.
The tongue of your mother?
Indeed. That's a straight 20 check. Yeah! Bow down!
Oh, whatever you say. You're the boss.
Alright.
We're hungry. We need some meat. Oh, we're gonna die.
Stay back and I will undo the latches.
They obediently shuffle back. Please, let us out of this place. We don't know nothing.
Damien, we need your help here.
That's a double negative, says Tom.
Damien? Darian.
He's not looking at them, but he's just kind of
Just commenting on that was a double negative.
just acting weird. Meanwhile, so while the paladin and the cleric are destroying zombies, they're about halfway up the hallway. Why you? Says Darian, cutting off the zombie's hands. The stumps are trying to get through. The face is pushed out right up against the bars of the cell. Alker sends a cantrip of positive energy into the zombie, a couple of them, and it downs the zombies. You are seeing at the end of the hallway with your light that there is a bend in the hallway as opposed to another cell.
Take like a quick, peek down.
Yep. Your light only goes so far, so you see the hallway continues.
Okay.
It's quiet.
Okay, we'll head back to the group.
Yeah, you've got a couple more zombies to kill.
Yeah,
Krieger's dropped out of his rage at this point, and he's just standing there with Oscar. Oscar's grabbing stuff off of Echo the White.
looting him, and so he's still breathing, and I warned him about that, and I keep waiting, and he keeps breathing. So give me a hand with this fat piece of shit.
All right, you want his armor off?
Oh yeah. Oh, all of it.
Okay, so you guys are undoing some of the armor and that sort of thing. Oscar is as happy as that's a really nice spool of really thick thread with a really shiny needle with little runes on it. Like you actually think you might have found a magical spool of thread. You find a scalpel that has runes on it.
Should I be writing?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, pages.
His butcher's apron is mighty fine.
Okay.
Let's just look for a couple of keywords in the treasure table. His gloves are a 4th level permanent item.
Okay.
You find 6 vials of that yellow stuff.
Okay.
And another pouch filled with 4 first level consumable potions. He does have a bag. It's like a don't know what they call it in this game. Like a class kit? Are there kits for specific skills?
Yes, there are. Wait a second. There's the class kits, which are like kits for generic stuff. Then there are tools.
Okay, you find a fine set of tools for a torturer.
Healer's tools?
No, these are specific. You could probably use them.
These
as
are
healing
negative
tools.
bonuses.
No, these are. If we follow first edition rules for torture, they're a evil use of the heal skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torturers tools. I spelt that all sorts of wrong. Aren't I glad that they can't watch me type things horrifically? Torchbearer's tools. Autocorrect, you failed me for the last time.
Okay, and 1 6th level potion. The 6th level potion has a small creature's tongue floating around in the potion. Like suspended in the potion bottle. Gross.
Potion of tongues.
Wouldn't that be literal? At this point in time, Krieger's kind of shaking him out of his armor. Oscar, give me a perception check. Krieger, give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. 22 from the Oscar.
Not good enough.
And Krieger has a 21.
All right. Well, Krieger's like, "What the?" as something's trying to engulf him. Oh, that's funny. It's just like something shimmering behind Krieger. It's too late as it's trying to roll over him. And Krieger needs to make a reflex save. As you can see this weird gelatinous outline in the hallway of Krieger. It's pushing against him.
25?
Okay, he managed to stay out of the twist and stay out of the creature. The creature then forms a pseudopod, which then tries to slap Krieger for 16 against the side of his armor, and
Oh! I'm being stuck up on by 1,000 cubic feet of goo.
Yep. Yep. You guys were too happy with the treasure. You just were distracted, and the thing
1,000.
the thing slurped up all of its mate, or the other cube, or maybe the cube reformed.
I'd tell nobody if you don't tell nobody.
All right. So Oscar's roll for his perception was what? 14.
13.
13?
Or, so he rolled a 9.
Okay.
They both rolled 9.
Okay. And the shimmering. Now that it moved up to there. It's pretty funny.
I bet in the book it wrote, if the characters hang out in this hallway for a minute or two, then another one shows up to
You know
kill.
what? This is not Gygax. This is Marty. Gygax gave me for each level of the dungeon what the random encounters were. So the first thing when that I built each level of the dungeon was I put all the random encounters into the margins. So I've been saving the gelatinous cube. I'm like, Now is the time. Yeah.
Well, you're really giving us a decision of do we or do we not want to have a role-playing encounter with the torture guy? We can just run away and let the ooze.
Yeah, now that you've grabbed all the treasure, you can just leave him behind to see what happens. I'll roll initiative for everyone else as they might hear stuff happening while they're off. We'll say Oscar then Krieger get to act, and then we'll jump into the first round of initiative. So Oscar, what are you doing?
Oh shit! Oscar's going to grab anything that was remaining on the ground.
Yep.
Fuck this! And bravely run away.
Oscar, you have a look of concern.
Yeah, we're being attacked by another ooze.
More dessert?
More dessert. Yeah. The second serving coming. Second helping this way.
This is weird mixture of horror and childish bewilderment on Ptolemy's face. He like licks his lips like he's gonna actually eat dessert, but he kind of freezes and doesn't want to go out there. Krieger gets to react to this.
Well,
he's no longer raging, and I think there's a time of fatigue.
I believe his fatigue is a minute.
Okay, so
I think he's unfatigued.
Yeah, he's unfatigued. He could.
You know what? He's not going to rage. He's just going to bap at one and then move back.
Okay.
He might bap at two. We'll see if the first bapping goes well. Bap. AC 23.
Yeah, he cleaves the hammer through the goo.
15 damage.
The goo is coming forward.
All right, we're going to bap it one more time to run away. Bravely. 23.
Yep, you score at a different diagonal, kind of making an X in the middle of it.
Completely ineffective. 7 damage.
7 damage does damage.
Oh,
there's sort of like a scraped X with your hammer through the front of the ooze.
He's gonna move around.
Okay, you notice that the pseudopod was like reaching around, and like Krieger actually notices when he was moving away that he's got a bit of yellow on the top of his shoe.
He just like looks down, look up.
All right, the shimmering moves and engulfs Echo the White. Echo the White can't make his reflex save because he's unconscious. He is engulfed by the gelatinous ooze.
Yeah,
then he gets
this is where the stupid
fortitude
comes in.
save versus the paralysis, which he makes.
How many dice when you're freaking submerged in acid?
It's one of those things.
Okay, he takes 6 damage, which means he's now dying 2.
Wait, only 6?
Yep. He spent a long time in the ooze. How else do you create the cinematic sort of like, save him, he's trapped in the Jello scene?
Yeah, Krieger, you just see the thing kind of just absorbs the big guy, and he's sort of floating in it, and his robes are starting to evaporate, and there's stuff eating away at his skin. His hair is disappearing quickly. Echo the White.
He's now bleeding again. So flat check versus...
Flat checks to stop bleeding.
Yeah, right. To stop dying. So this is a DC 12. 16. So he's wounded 2.
He's
unconscious.
got dying 2. And...
No, it goes to dying 1.
He's stabilized, so he's at dying 1. Wounded 1.
Yep. Krieger?
Krieger?
Walk up, whap it walk away.
Wait.
Yeah, I gave Oscar and Krieger a chance to do the thing,
got it.
and then
Yeah.
everyone now knows what's going on.
AC 26,
Yep, you strike at the thing.
18 damage. And then it's gonna basically move back.
Okay, Shadow and Doom.
Hmm.
Oscar and Krieger look agitated, like they're looking over their shoulders, and
Is the thing still? Shadow's just gonna. Why can't I? Shadow's gonna stand next to
What
Ptolemy.
the fuck is in this room?
Shadow's gonna stand next to Ptolemy,
yep.
and he's gonna. If this thing is still my prey, because I didn't mark anything else. If it's still my prey, I'm gonna ready to rapid shot.
Okay, it's
It's
not.
not
It
my
is
prey?
not your prey.
It's a different one. You know, doesn't smell right. It's the wrong type of translucent goo.
So you're readying a shot. Okay.
Readying a shot. Yep, ready a shot.
Okay, I accidentally. Yeah, that's all screwed. Okay. I'll just go in order. Bone Crusher.
You know what? If somebody was relocating all my joints, I probably wouldn't want them to be called Bone Crusher.
Dr. Crusher here.
You're all the Star Trek doctors wrapped into one.
So 40. That's one move.
Okay, you can see the floating body, but you don't know where the creature begins and ends.
Did I see how fast it moved?
No, it showed up. It died basically where it started.
Yay. I'm gonna take my mountain stance. So let's move mountain stance. And actually I'm going to can I still see it from here?
You can still see the floating body from there. Yep.
I'm here.
The body is
I'll move
rapidly being digested.
It's coming.
Darian? Well, for fuck's sakes.
Can't you just... Can't the man just slay some evil in peace?
What the fuck's going on now? He's gonna take a seek. The seek will be easier because there's a rapidly.
I'm moving back a little bit.
Okay.
He's got a 20-foot.
He's got a 20-foot
Okay.
move.
Yeah. So take a seek here. I'll roll a die. Oh, 20.
19.
19. Yeah. 19.
He sees it. Thanks to the body. Ptolemy. I want to see the dessert.
Careful.
Okay, it's one move. 2. He's gonna peek out.
This way.
He's gonna peek.
This
out
way. Get away from it.
He's peeking out of the door. He just wants to see
he-
it.
But if he takes an observation there, I don't want him stuck there. That's all.
What's happening to Tubby? Oh, that's not
Tubby's
dessert.
the main course.
Elker. Ptolemy is locked in horror, watching the man being stripped away layer by layer.
Okay, we'll move forward.
Elker can see it.
Yep. And Alker is gonna hit it with the Tanglefoot. Make it go slow.
Okay, you fire the vine,
Natural 20.
tangling it. Oscar.
Tell me. Get the fuck back from what the fuck you doing? Get the fuck back.
As you just pull him back. I still don't see the dessert. Perhaps my eyes can't see it. Perhaps.
Maybe it's your eyes. Why don't we go and, I don't know, look someplace else for now. Just think of Scaly.
It looks like the torturer is the dessert.
Just play with your squishy.
The shimmering is slowed. It moves 5. Let's see. Its senses are 60 feet. Around the corner. Okay. So it... Bloop. It's kind of like held up by the vines a little bit. Eating away at the vines. Do the vines have hit points, or is it just a magic
No,
thing?
you can make a check to get rid of them faster.
Okay. It then moves again. Bloop. And then moves again. Bloop.
It's
Oh,
coming
crap.
for us. Help!
It does another damage to Echo, so he's now dying 2 again.
Well, he's dying 2, wounded 1, so 1 more and he dies. Because that wounded condition adds to the dying condition.
Yes, so it's effectively dying 3.
Yeah, he's dying 3.
Okay, so this round, all of his hair disappeared. All of his skin has now disappeared. You can see all sorts of musculature and veins, and you notice that the small things on his body, ears, nose, eyes, lips, nipples, genitalia, are all kind of being eaten up.
Shouldn't save him now.
Nails and I guess toenails, like they're all kind of gone, and some of his digits are now starting to like be rapidly eaten.
He deserves that.
He does, but he needs to be awake for it. But that's fine.
Can you cure him while inside?
Krieger,
I couldn't. I won't.
I could
And I guess
and I will
know.
not. Well, there is a sight.
Ew.
Darian says, "Well, there is a sight."
Yeah, that's fairly horrific. At least he's unconscious.
Krieger.
Move,
Krieger's gonna
charge, attack, run back,
spirited charge, whack the thing.
Okay.
and then run back.
Fotoosh. AC 21
Hits.
But he can't.
for 9 damage.
It is now bloodied.
And I think he's gonna whack it again. I think it's time to just do. I think it's time just to hurt it.
Okay.
AC 13.
Hits.
Good thing it's immune to crits, otherwise everything would be a crit. 17 damage.
66. Okay. It is starting to chunk and crack and ooze and break up.
Oh, if we might actually save him. Oh,
We must rescue him now.
Bone Crusher.
We're just gonna move his ass over. Let's see. One move, second move. He's gonna flurry the guy. Wait, can I see it or not?
Have you swatted it yet?
This is a different creature.
Different creature.
No, I didn't.
The only one in the party that can just see it outright is Alcur, with his plus 14 perception. The rest of you need to roll. Yeah. Well, high wisdom.
We get a
not shy, 6th
bonus.
level,
Do we get a
you know,
bonus
but-
because there's a body inside?
Yes.
Does that make it automatic if you have a 12 perception?
Give me a second. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so you can see it.
can flurry.
Yep. You can see where Krieger's been making X's with his hammer, and you can see the membrane of the creature.
And look at that. One miss.
You missed the first time, and then the second time you managed to strike
There it is.
Strike it in a way. Just normal damage though.
Yep. 9 damage. I swear we're rolling d4s today.
Buckets, chunky buckets of ooze are coming off of it in the various wounds it has. The body is still in the middle of it, just being eaten up by the acids. Darian?
Forward and whack it.
Okay. Using his retributive axe. Slicing into the
27
into the big cube.
for 20 damage.
It chunks apart.
Is the thing.
There's a huge chunky mass of ooze. The body, you think it's dead. There's no way that guy is alive. It's in the middle of the ooze pile.
We can rescue him.
If we rescue him, he haunts us as Darkman. Like, Darkman's token will be here to haunt us in the future, which is kind of awesome.
Ptolemy's like,
Pull that.
it sounds quiet out there. Do you think it ate them?
No.
Ptolemy closes the door.
Fair enough.
and steps back like the ground has got wet on it, and he's like kind of hopping backwards to the corner here. This is not my favorite part of the temple.
I gotta admit that I agree.
Alcur.
Does Alcur will try to inspect to see if the man is alive.
Okay. Moves up and give me a heal check.
Well, he's gonna try to I think stabilize is a 2-action spell, so I think he's gonna just
Have a look from there.
yeah, because I think it's 2 actions to stabilize.
Just
2
spell.
actions. Yeah, so he's gonna take a peek, and if there's any possibility that he might be alive, he's gonna stabilize him.
Okay.
So, medicine or perception?
Medicine.
I roll a 19. I get like a
Critical success. You can see his nose moving and kind of like snot bubbles. He's still breathing.
He's dead.
Alcur also notices something now that, well, that's one way to lose weight. There's something wrong with his sternum. Like there's something embedded in his sternum that looks like a black rock.
Was it like in the bone?
Like it's embedded in there, and it like after it took strips of flesh away for you to see it.
Yeah. Well, I will cast the stabilize.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing good. Stabilize.
All right. Really?
He's alive.
No kidding. This is Darian.
He also apparently creates
Darian
zombies.
just tries to grab him underneath his armpits. You notice his hand slides a little bit, but finally catches onto something, and he pulls him out, glistening and raw, like the rawest of raw.
Yes. Mm.
What does stabilize do?
It just takes away your dying.
He's got wounded 3,
Wounded 2.
wounded 2. Okay.
Yep.
He's not gonna live long in this condition. What's that? You notice that Darian taps at the weird gemstone in his sternum.
I don't know. This man was an information collector.
How are we gonna get around this? Can you jump?
Is that a dare?
Well, then slip.
You're crushing it. Jump
The
in.
crusher
Is it-
fucking jumps across.
Yeah, I don't need to. I don't
Okay.
need to move.
Krieger feels a little bit better that there's 2 Gronks over there to guard Alcur. He just goes over and starts wiping his hammer off.
He'd be highly susceptible to infection in his current
Infections.
state.
Yes. So, well, I concur.
although the ooze itself should be actually amazingly sterile.
I made a 40-foot jump.
Yeah.
Sorry. Excited.
I got excited.
Well, he's not to be trusted. He probably
No.
shouldn't be mixed up with the other prisoners.
No.
And I will take no part in interrogating this man, nor healing
We should
him.
offer him a quick death for whatever information he has. He will wish for that.
Hey, so, Elker, can you throw me the? Actually, no. I think Krieger has it. The any tool. I
Mhm.
think Krieger has the any tool. He's going to turn it into a shovel and start shoveling the ooze into this prison cell
Nice.
so that it cleans the prison cell.
Yeah, there's still some mild acidic properties to the ooze. It will eventually eat away the zombies. And after 15 minutes of hard work, he's scraping the last little bit of slushy acidic ooze into the side here. I'm just gonna mark down where the
Hey,
two.
Krieger, is the remains of the other one still there? Down the hole.
No.
Marty, is
Nope.
the other one?
No, it just got
Soaked up.
absorbed by its
Mate or something.
companion.
Copy pasta?
I imagine the two oozes just like jiggling into each other. Just like...
To exchange genetic material.
5 minutes later on Die Dragon Die.
A horrific scene as a swarm of little cubes are produced. Oh God! It's like the alien version of the Tribble episode on Star Trek. That's horrifying.
That is horrifying. Please no.
Well, you are in the Temple of Elemental Evil where the demon lady of fungus lives.
Softball-sized gelatinous cubes everywhere.
Gelatinous spheres, they're just rolling around eating things. Oh God, gross. All right,
Hide in
yeah.
the corner.
Krieger's just kind of scraping the shovel off to the side. What are you doing with Echo?
We don't know.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hey, these orcs are, brother. They're speaking in Orcish to Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow will come over and give him a little bit of food.
oh,
Okay.
For fuck's sake. Oscar's gonna go unlock the
Help
window.
them.
Shadow, yes, and then unlock the doors as well.
Yeah, you
do
find
these
you find
doors.
keys on a hook nearby because prisoners seeing the keys within sight is probably a form of
So,
mental torture.
you ladies from Omelette.
From a farm near Hamlet, yes. They look incredibly weak,
Alright,
malnourished, and they immediately go running towards a bucket. Even though the bucket has some blood in it and it's dirty water, the two of them are drinking from the bucket like they are.
Alright.
No, I wouldn't do that. You're gonna
Tommy
get
is like,
sick.
oh.
So, there's others, and
There's fresh water, you know.
there's better water.
They stop drinking. That man, is he dead?
Well, give me a second. Basically.
Let us out. We need meat.
You will be fed. Slow it down, brothers.
Just
Just hack off that guy's leg. He don't need it no more. We'll eat that.
For fuck's sakes, god damn it. You're staying in here.
They were speaking in Orcish. I don't know if.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Grieger,
No, we'll get food for you. You're
Yeah.
not chopping anything off.
we need an escort over here.
All right.
I'm gonna take the ladies, and we're going to kind of.
Can we check them for zombie fever or zombie disease or anything like that? Cause
Don't you want to check them for diseases? There's zombies on the other side.
We can do that when we get there.
Alright. We'll take the orcs as well.
So help carry the dude.
Okay.
And
Are you letting the orcs out?
Shadow's gonna
that'll
let
be
them
up to
out.
Shadow.
Okay,
Yeah,
they're
Shadow
weak.
let
They're
them out.
weak. They do go wandering into the room, and they both pick up knives from the assortment of implements that are there.
Those are only for defending. Do you understand?
Oh, we followed the big one.
Ah, Crusher.
Crusher, yeah. We sorry. We do better next time.
What were you doing?
Guarding. Oh yeah. We did bad at guarding. We did not see.
I don't. I mean, it's up to you, but I'm pretty certain if we're sticking them with our other civilians, we're gonna kill them.
Shadow's like,
You got any more food? Yeah, brother. Don't be stingy. We need our strength.
yeah, Shadow was giving them a bit of water and food.
Yep. They're asking for more. They ate
Food.
what you provided them. Ptolemy's
More will
like,
come.
there are lots of orcs loose now.
All right.
Hey, can you?
Ptolemy, Krieger, could you kindly escort the good folks to the hole?
I don't have to touch them, do I?
Well, they're your subjects, and you gotta, sometimes you have to touch them.
Well, Krieger's holding that one. Those two ladies can just lean against each other like they're doing. This way! they're too weak to call him an asshole. And you guys go wandering. Which way? Back.
Basically the sort of the long way back to storage chamber 110.
Okay. I'm gonna say a
Hello,
one
darling.
a 1 in 20 chance of an encounter. 5 or low. No, you guys. That group does not encounter anyone as you're
All right,
wandering all the way back to here.
what the fuck are they saying?
You notice Doom sitting there just
what
growling at them as they're being a little bit grabby with food, but that's because it looks like they haven't had food in a long time. Like they have noticeable bulges in their stomachs, and they're really, really skinny. They smell bad.
Sit down. Get your food.
Okay, they both are sitting down, chewing on, a bit of the food from the sack you tossed at them. Subtract a couple days of rations.
You fuckers speak anything useful?
What dwarf say?
He's asking if you speak common like him.
He does.
Answers.
Yeah.
That one.
But goblin.
Big skin tongue.
Hey, Crusher. You gonna deal with your new boys?
That sounds good right now. Yeah. Who you?
You're Doom. Actually, stay there, Doom.
Doom's just been growling at them.
Who you?
Oscar. Who you?
You want orc names? I will give you orc names. Fuck yeah.
We might have an orc accident before the orcs
Yeah.
come back.
Hey, Crusher, deal with your boys.
In Orcish.
I think they're working for the other side.
Okay.
Inoda. Oleg. Oh, Noda.
All right. So,
Oleg's the one that speaks common.
all right, Oleg.
Oleg.
Ain't too many orcs around here.
Some.
They're digging at the bag and rustle, kind of like fight over the last few crumbs.
What town you from?
Town. South. Not from here.
Why you here?
Oh, hear call of temple.
Apparently, the temple didn't like you.
We guard. People got, we no see. We get,
What kind of people?
huh?
What kind of people you no see?
What's going on?
We guard for Earth Temple. Feathery man come to and fro. We no see. Yeah, we found ale.
What's going on, Oscar?
So your orcs are a couple of drunks who are enemy combatants.
We get sent here. White man, he asked us a bunch of questions. Yeah, and then he just leave us in here. At first we thought it was fun, but then, give us food. Where Fat Man at? We want to, slice him up.
They're now showing you their daggers. They're grinning and they're getting up after a bit of food.
Yeah. He's he's already received his punishment.
It's just the oldest, saddest backstory orc can give. We just drank some ale. Come on. This feathery guy.
No big deal.
We are guard for enemy. We be punished.
No big whoop. We're Fat Man. Yeah, man with chalk on skin. We have bone to pick with him. I'll pick at his bones. Or maybe they want first pickings.
They're talking about eating the big guy.
Sweet there. Oscar, come here for a second.
What you think? I don't know. We follow Big One. He wears robes now.
Great. Oh, well, what the fuck now?
Alright,
Maybe
so,
he killed Dwarf. Yes, he has Dwarf following him.
What do we do with these two?
they're-
Clearly not to be trusted.
What are you fucking nuts? Alright, so do you want it? Are you not, orc enough to handle business? I mean, I know humans are meant to be a little squirrely on the inside, but I thought orcs were a bit harder than that.
This is the Ahmed part. This is not the orc part.
What you think? Oh, I think that dog follows the other orc. Yeah, his pet. Nice dog. Oh, it's got teeth.
Oscar pulls out a dagger and hands it to Crusher.
Yeah, well. I hate to. They're defenseless. I cannot do it.
Hey,
Knives.
what takes so long?
Oscar's
Shadow.
Alright, let the orcs handle orc business.
Shadow.
Hey, you tell dog to stand down. You're growling at us.
Seriously, Crusher.
Waste of good food.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Fine. Get him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll a deception initiative.
Horrible.
I think everybody's equally horrible.
Yeah, the orcs have already like failed their deception, as in they were trying to be
So,
nice.
This is Shadow.
No, I've got the rolls.
Oh, you've got him. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, I have to step upstairs for a few minutes. I'll be back.
I will deal with this horridness.
Clean up your orcish mess. When we get to the evil dwarves, I'll take care of it.
All right, Ptolemy's not there. Oscar is just standing by. Alcur is dealing with the prisoner. So with Darien, which means that Shadow gets to go first. Then it's a toss-up between the orc and Bone Crusher. Both at 0 to your deception. That's hilarious.
Right. Shadow's gonna put 2 arrows. He's gonna make this guy his prey. He's gonna put 2 arrows into him.
Okay,
And he's gonna tell Doom to tackle this one down.
sure.
Okay, so yep.
Yeah, that's a critical hit.
Yeah, 24.
Is a critical hit. They don't have any armor on.
Yeah. $42 damage.
42 damage, kills that first, the orc that speaks common. Arrow right through his neck. Black blood flies everywhere.
Okay, now Doom, I guess. I think Doom has a plus. Come on, Doomy. There we go.
Oh,
Alright,
he's going to use his ferocity trigger. Monster reduced to 0 hit points. The monster avoids being knocked out and remains at 1 hit point.
Okay, Doom will.
So and that was a crit. So wounded 2 becomes wounded. He's at 1 hit point with wounded 3.
Doom comes in to bite. 26.
Critical hit.
Now, what's your strength?
Arrow sticking out of his chest. That arrow should have put
25.
him down. Doom then savages and kind of turns his head sideways and rips at his throat. This drops him to dying 3 plus 1 is 4, which is dead. So you end up killing that orc. Let's flip coins between Crusher and or roll a d20 for the orcs and Crusher.
Crusher goes first.
Crusher goes first. I'm not sure if that's the official way of doing ties. The ties might go to the PCs, but we'll find out. I'll look that up after. He's wielding
Mountain stance.
Okay,
Flurry.
so you move, mountain stance, and flurry. Critical
Oh
hit
boy.
and a hit.
So
Roll the
68.
damage separately
Okay. 4d8.
because of that ferocity power.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Plus 8. 25 damage.
So you grab the orc, kind of slip in behind him and grab his head, and you're trying to twist his neck to break his neck. 25 damage drops him to dying. He's going to use his ferocity, which then increases the dying. Because it's from a critical hit, it he would have had dying 2. It becomes wounded 3, but 1 hit point.
Okay. Then the next hit is 8 damage.
Okay, you end up then kicking out the back of his knees, so he's in a much better position where you have more leverage, and you twist his neck sideways and end up killing the orc. You're looking into his eyes as the light in his eyes fades.
You went as warriors. Be pleased with that.
Crusher puts them down.
Crusher hears this really distant. It's like a bell gonging.
Okay.
Like a big war church bell. Just something distant.
Do I recognize that at all?
It feels very familiar. But you can't remember when you've heard that before.
Just a bell.
Yep. The gong of some distant and great bell, tolling for the spirit of the orc warrior.
Go to whatever god you pray to.
And then he puts them to the side and... did we check this room for magic?
There was a bit of flurry of activity to save the folks, but you have not checked the room for magic.
Alker,
We'll come out and ask
Alker, there might be some magic left in here.
Okay, Alker is busy wrapping up the man. Kind of putting some... Darian is hacking at zombies through bars, sticking them with javelins and using his holy energy to smite them.
Okay, Shadow is going to move closer to...
I'm gonna be in between the two groups. Meet me down the hall where the giants were slain.
So Shadow's going to move through here, here, here. Nope, not here. He's going to go down to here.
Okay, just to keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
All right, Alker finishes wrapping up Echo the White. Darian comes marching back. I'm assuming this is safe to move through. And he takes a tentative step and then kind of quickly moves through it.
Crusher is going to go on the opposite side. Actually, yeah, same with Oscar. See what's down there.
Yeah, Oscar and Crusher, with their dark vision, are able to take a peek down this long hallway that ends in a bend.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
This hallway is clean. Glisteningly clean.
What is with this place? It is massive.
Crusher's trying to keep track of, like, where would the other stairs be?
All the more for us to, well, you know.
He shakes his truckers on shit.
Oh, damn. We need to check the other room for magic as well.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep an eye out here.
I'll go and take a look down. See what's going on.
Well, no. The slime things come from down there.
But where does the rest of this hallway lead?
Well, I guess we could go take a look. Come on.
Okay, peeking around the corner.
This is like an army of them. Like,
Oh shit.
There is a elaborate stone staircase that winds its way down a circular chamber downwards.
That's how they control the movements between the elements, different temples.
Oh yeah, it's one big temple, but there might be littler temples. I wonder what's down there. Probably
Let's
shouldn't.
go back.
Shouldn't. Yeah, we probably shouldn't get too far ahead.
The two of you thought you heard cloven hooves moving around down there. They sounded weird. Big.
4 or 2.
It sounded like maybe a horse, a really large horse shuffling around.
There's some sort of horse down there.
We'll have to investigate, but in force.
Yep. Noted.
Look down the other hallway down there. See where that leads.
Which one? Yeah, all right.
Up north.
Excuse us.
Deck. He deserves that.
Okay, there is a
And this place is a maze.
Well, it just keeps on going, doesn't it? Just keeps on going.
another hallway. There are steps that descend to the
Not
north.
descent. Where do the others yeah, the one. These stairs go down,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And where do the other ones go? Do they link up, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
There's a door right across from the steps, and then there's
Mhm.
a large hallway at the end. That's a wall.
Oh, here's a wall. Okay.
Here's a wall. Yep. Here, a wall.
We need to.
We're getting kind of spread out here. We should.
Yeah,
probably,
we need to get back.
I feel a little naked.
Let's go back together. Let's get back with the team.
Well, not as naked as that guy.
Could you help me carry him?
Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll pick him up.
Not
Okay.
as gently as he should.
Careful, he is quite injured. Perhaps that table can hold him down.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Crusher starts getting the ropes, putting them on his ankles
Yep.
and his hands.
Yeah, they kind of slip a little bit, and Alcar is like, don't do it too tight. You end up just sort of lashing a rope around his neck and a rope around his gut. And, you do lock his arms into place. I don't think he's going very far. It is the
We're
most.
waiting
It is
for
the
the
most
others?
horrific wound you've ever seen. The man's skin is gone.
Yeah.
We can wait for the others here? Or are we going to see them?
It might be some time before this man awakens. Screaming from the torture chamber will not likely bring a lot of people running.
It's a good point.
It is a grim point.
Did you check for magic items here?
I did not. Although Oscar, I believe... Yeah, I got everything on him. Oh my. You zero in with the pinging. I believe that this contraption is magical. The Iron Maiden bears magic.
He just shakes his head like,
That needs to be destroyed.
We should likely understand at least what it does.
I doubt it provides healing.
No,
Go ahead.
He kind of like taps one of the prongs on the inside. I doubt very much. Ptolemy tends to be the one that's good at this. But he's much quicker than I am. I don't know if he's got quick identify.
Let's check.
He might have taken it.
Ptolemy.
No, I'm talking about Alcur. No, I don't see quick. We could. I could take a long look at it, or we can get Ptolemy. Ptolemy seems to be rather adept at quick judgments of magic items.
Why don't I take you down to them? No, actually, yeah, because I can see in the dark, so I'll take you down to them and bring Ptolemy up here. Oscar, you can stay with.
I see you taking care of our orc problem.
Yeah, they will. We'll put him back in their cell.
Very well.
They were part of the enemies.
Understood.
They went like warriors, not like cattle.
Was not a judgment, just an observation. Darian just turns his back to the room.
Aka, I think your needs are best suited with the humans we've rescued. We should bring Damien. He
does have
Ptolemy.
He does have information, and I'm very curious about that. He points at this strange black gemstone that is embedded in his sternum.
Oscar takes out a little big axe.
I don't believe now would be the time to remove it, although maybe it should be removed. I'll let Adam make that decision.
Well, I can remove it. Just let me know. Shame for something shiny like that to go to waste.
Funny, Kitty. All right, you guys are lingering here.
Yeah, but Shadow's gonna go check on the others down by the like the other people. See how they're doing.
Yep. Looks like Ptolemy and Krieger are getting them all situated.
Okay.
Come in, come in. My name is Steak. Do not be frightened of my goblin face. I am not with them. I'm a prisoner like you.
And they seem
The prisoners might know each other.
people from Hamlet. Yeah, they actually, some of them do, and they warn that man's still sick. Little do they know, some people still have stage 1 ghoul disease. Well, it does look like everyone's getting along here, doesn't it?
Yes, I will look after them. They are creatures of this world.
That they are. Certainly are creatures. Oh! Tommy turns around and sees Shadow and Doom standing there.
I'm just checking up on you guys.
Well, consider us checked. My heart's still beating in my chest.
Shadow gets a little closer so he can hear yelling if it starts coming down the hallway.
Wait, where are you going? You're not leading us here with these people. Krieger.
I'm done.
Sure.
Come on.
Thanks. I know I'm their lord and all that, but, well, some of them. The ones from Hamlet.
Actually, Marty, is there a key for this room? This room down here?
Are you gonna fiddle around with the key ring?
Find the key for it, yeah? Pull it out and give it to them?
You take a few moments and you find the right key. The key, however, might be the key to many of the other
like
locks.
every other door.
Not every other door, but there may be like a few keys that open up multiple doors.
The storage closet key.
Yeah. So, he's gonna lock the door.
Okay, there's a rise of panic a little bit from the room. Hey! You're muted.
Sorry, yeah, okay. Shadow's gonna lock this room. Ah, fuck! He's gonna lock this room.
Okay.
Hey, Tom. It makes sense that this room stays locked. We're not going too far. But it'll stop anyone from just coming in and finding you all here.
What if we have to leave?
We'll be here to escort you.
Okay, they don't like the fact that you're locking the door. Give me a charisma or diplomacy check.
If you guys want to stay open like that, fine by me.
Shadow doesn't care. He's gonna open the other door. And he's gonna he's gonna lock both doors to make it look like it's locked. But he's like, nope, fine. He's gonna open the other door and good luck. Luck, you a-holes.
Good luck to you. We'll be back.
You're not leaving us here, are you?
Nope. But we'll be back. Y'all just stay here.
Do not worry. I will look after this herd of humans.
Keep them there.
They're just like my pet bugs.
They are the world's creatures, after all.
So I'm worried about that guy.
But what guy?
Never mind. Let's play with Doom for a while.
No.
Now you know you want to.
No.
Okay, you're down here. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta do it right.
They're just fiddling around with that nearly dead guy in there.
Man, that guy's fucked up.
Yep, blood has already seeped through the wrappings that Alcur has placed around Echo the White. Oscar and Crusher took a look around a little bit. They did find spiral staircases that lead down into the darkness. You heard the sounds of something big and cloven foot moving around down there. You found some other side passageways. You decided to move back, and Alcur had wrapped this guy up, and you have now locked him in onto the rack.
Shadow's gonna go close
Alcur
the
said
door.
something that, well, if he wakes up screaming from the place where people are tortured, people will likely not come running.
But Shadow's gonna go and close that door.
Oh, there is magic coming from the Iron Maiden, and the gem in his chest is magical.
Yeah, I'm just dropping
So that's why we brought Tommy in here, basically.
I don't see the image.
This is a question mark.
Echo.
It shows a question mark.
Aw,
Still loading?
might be still loading.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, is there?
Duckman?
Did you create a different token for him?
I didn't create a token yet. It's just I just dropped a picture in.
Oh, okay. That's probably why it's still loading.
Oh yeah, the size is probably pretty big. Here, I'll actually get.
It's good for me. I see it.
I don't have token tool. Shit.
Useless.
You do the older version of token tool.
No, I don't have any version of token tool.
I'd use 1.0 as opposed to the next one. It's quicker. I'm gonna delete this because it's big and it's just a question mark for everyone.
It doesn't do the thing. Here, I will just go to the chat and.
It's like
Click the link.
Dark man. You want me to create a oh god, yes. You've created a monster. Oh, yeah, that's icky. Yo.
I'll be right back.
That's some ick.
Like I said, he's gonna be Dark Man. one of Liam Neeson's early roles.
Interesting. You can kind of see his the structure of his face. Echo the ooze bitten. He now looks like that. Just gotta move him away. He's definitely unconscious and still needs some medical attention. Wounded 2, unconscious. Oh yeah, and the 2 orcs were killed and dragged into their two critical hits. A series of critical hits. Orcs have ferocity, which allows them to basically increase their wounded as a reaction when they drop to 0, and stay up at 1 hit point.
Like, nope.
And then Crusher heard a distant bell when he killed one of the orcs.
Do they have gemstones in their chests?
You have not looked.
Alright, so, we waking it up.
So the gemstone, this particular gemstone looks like it is opal cut, which I think we established was, cabochon was smooth. So it's a cabochon cut. It looks like it is made out of onyx. And Ptolemy and you are saying onyx typically is associated with necromancy.
Mm-hmm. Well, in another campaign, we would assume this would mean a ghost would pop out of your chest when you die. You know? So let's try to identify it.
Okay. You can aid Ptolemy.
Okay. 33 on the aid.
Nice. It's like a critical aid.
Critical aid.
His occultism's plus 14, so we'll say that's a plus 18 to his roll. Go ahead and give me a roll.
22.
Thanks for the aid. I believe that this is a... And he whispers into Alkur's ear, this is a soul stone.
And we...
Soul stones contain souls of people. And, well, evil things of the lower planes use this as a form of currency.
But I didn't think that they were used in this fashion. Is it empty or full?
No, I think it's meant for... And he's pointing at the dude's head.
When he dies, I think he goes...
That was very loud in your ear. Everyone turns to look at Ptolemy. He's like... looking up at the wall. They were having a secret conversation.
Alright, it looks like it would be very difficult to remove. It's embedded in his sternum. Alright,
Judging, because now the skin is pulled back, the scar tissue, this was placed inside him surgically.
was he...
Somebody,
how old was he when he
somebody
moved in?
cut him open and put it inside of him and used magic to seal it back up. But you're seeing a telltale line around the gemstone. And whatever magic was used to put inside of him, it sort of fused with the bone. You could remove it with a heal check. Waiting till the skin grows back is probably not the right time, although he'd be healthier to do it. You've got a choice here. He is still at
He's
dying.
not living past the night.
He's still at wounded 2 and unconscious.
So we can give him a heal check to remove the wounded conditions. Like we can just do we can do just a patch you up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we can try to yank the thing out of his chest when we got some more. So we can stabilize him. Let's focus on stabilizing him.
Okay.
So here, I believe this is a first aid check,
Yeah, can I help you?
and it'll be the 10-minute first aid check.
Okay. Crusher is aiding.
Well, I'll try to anyways.
Sorry, it's the 2-action first aid check.
Okay. Well, then Ptolemy can cast a guidance on you.
Okay.
Ooh, 28.
Okay. That's a critical. This is a. You're just trying to stabilize him, so that it's a critical success +4, and then I believe the guidance is +1.
Okay. So
Crusher makes a good nurse.
33.
That's a critical success.
Okay. So, here. Give me a second.
Unless,
I'm not-
well, maybe that you might know the DC if you're digging around in there. There might be set DCs.
Well, it's if I do the one where I'm healing him, then he gets like double healing. But I want to see if I need to use that one to,
Wounded. Yeah.
to get rid of the, dying conditions. 169 or 619. No, not 619. Oh, the other
Treat wounds.
459.
Um.
So 495. 459. All right. So wounded, unconscious, wounded. All right. So sorry, it has to be treat wounds. So it's the treat wounds one, which meant that the guidance didn't apply.
Okay.
So 32, which is 48 healing. So I think he's awake now.
Yeah. You managed to patch him up and apply some elven medicinal salves to his skin. He's basically he's coated in what looks like bacon grease. It's not actually bacon grease, but that's what it kind of looks like. He's
Intercellular fluid.
He's oozing all over the place as you're trying to regrow his skin. He does wake up. Oh God, it's a zombie! Says Tommy. Takes a step back from him.
No, not a zombie.
It's gross over here. He hobbles. The cells are pretty gross.
I believe it's just a sick man inside and out.
Everywhere.
How many of your victims claim the same thing?
I never. He's looking around. I never did this. You fed me to the horses, didn't you?
You must have dripped some of that yellow stuff all over yourself.
You stop eating me.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to laugh.
Shadow's laughing. He's like,
Hey, you fucked up.
This is gross.
Well,
Says
to be
Krieger.
perfectly honest,
Krieger's
we
just
had
wandering.
this yellow ooze on us, and we got chased around.
He nods his head. He just ends up whimpering.
Answer some questions and you'll go quickly.
I know rocks and locks. I know things that I shouldn't.
Start with the most important things.
It's very weird. I've never had to interrogate anyone. But it's so fucking awkward.
He has no lips, so
It's so weird.
like there's structural damage to his face if you look at the.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not in a good place.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Where is the...
Where's the fungus creature?
His eyes go wide and almost sparkle at the mention of that.
Creature, not creature. She is a godling. She is a demon. She escaped.
And what about the Inquisitor?
But she's bound here. One man I tortured said she escaped, but I do not understand that. She is trapped here. She wants out. Sometimes she sleeps for a long time. Sometimes she rages in her cell. She is trapped on level 3.
Level 3.
Yes. Yes.
Who gave
Okay.
you the stone?
What?
The soul stone embedded in your chest.
He looks down at his chest and you can see it.
I don't know.
Shadow's gonna walk over and check the other orcs in their chests.
Okay, you root around in the orcs' chests and feel around. Give me a medical check as you're trying to feel around in the flesh.
Nature?
Or are you just cutting them open to have a look?
Shadow's just cutting around. It's gonna cut the flesh around there. He's got tanning, so he knows how to remove flesh.
Sorry, talking with my mouth open apparently makes my eyes water.
You know?
Do you want a tanning or a nature? What would you prefer?
You take a dagger and you cut open their flesh and you look at their sternum and making a bloody mess, and you're not trying to do this surgically. So.
Nah, they're dead.
So yeah, you go digging around their sternums. You do not find any gems in their sternums.
Right.
Nothing here.
I come across sometimes weird things in bodies. I did not know I had one.
Who are the other ones?
All
that
right,
had these?
Alker is now feeling his own sternum.
Give me a medicinal check.
And he's poking slow.
Oh,
30.
You find a hard thing that isn't a bone that you can explain. You know how your
Now
ribs,
start-
like just feel your ribs, there's lots of ribs and lots of bones, and they move around and that sort of thing. But you go looking for, there's something there.
All right, we're now feeling Ptolemy. No, we're grabbing Ptolemy and poking around.
Okay, what are you doing? Ooh, it tickles. Tickling is a form of torture, you know. Says Ptolemy.
31.
Ptolemy's weird.
Yo,
His heart is on the right side of his chest.
yo backwards.
Oh, yes, it runs in the family. Apparently our organs are all scrambled. Just slightly in the wrong place. Well, conventionally wrong.
Does he have a limp?
He has a lump. It's a slightly different shape, but there's a lump that you cannot explain.
Krieger,
Yeah.
Could you lift your armor, please?
Were you just fucking tickling Ptolemy?
No, I was inspecting Ptolemy.
You shouldn't encourage the boy. He needs to act more like a lord. Or so Darian says. Agreed. You shouldn't be tickling the lord.
All right, I'm inspecting. Chests out.
What?
Take off your breastplate.
Krieger does it. Then he just flexes. You like that? You like that? You're jealous? You're jealous, aren't you? Oh, how about this? He goes into a different pose.
Stop flexing!
34.
You find no stone, Krieger. You search and search. Okay, this is getting weird.
You don't have one.
Do you remember
Like a third
remember
nipple?
No.
Remember what he said? If one of us died, he knew a way of getting us back.
All right. Darian, your turn.
What are we doing now?
We have soul stones embedded in our sternums.
This we should probably know. He unstraps his armor and just sort of pulls up his tunic. Is that good? Do I need to lie down? Should I hold my
No.
breath?
Nope.
Oscar probably, your pants are probably in the way.
Shadow, do you mind having a look outside?
No
32.
problem.
You find a small stone similar to the one that was embedded in Echo's chest.
Okay, I'm going to basically put Darian's hand on it so he knows, like,
Well, what the... That's just a bone, ain't it?
no. There's not supposed to be a bone there.
He lifts up his helmet. He then goes over and has a look at the dude on the rack to see what the fuck is going on. Well, holy shit.
Wait. You're saying, at least part of what you're saying is, we all have a highly precious magical jewel in our chests?
Apparently. Oh, that in your heart is on the wrong side.
Ooh, Shadow. It's like, do me next.
Yeah, let me just put my armor back on and I'll keep watch, says Krieger. You done? He could have, flexes his
yes.
pecs and he makes his back jump. He does both sides for Alcur and just smiles and puts his armor back on. Then takes whatever you guys are using for a light source right now, because Krieger can't see in the dark.
It's a torch with a light spell cast on it.
He just tosses the torch into the hallway and steps out so that Shadow can go and take off his armor.
I don't fail on the natural one because I'm taking twice as long to do the check, but an 18.
You know what you're looking for. You're gonna have to. Maybe he's a half orc and his bones are weird, but you're looking around for it and you don't find it.
I'm worth it. It's in there somewhere.
I'm having a hard time finding yours. Maybe Crusher, could you come over here?
Yeah, no problem. He moves his robes or opens the robes.
Roll 20.
Oh yeah, you find Crushers. It's like
has...
flat and round.
Did you hear?
As
Did you
opposed
hear that,
as opposed to
Shadow?
rounded, it's like the top of like an emerald cut kind of.
Yep.
You hear that, Shadow?
It's
My
definitely
bone's
there.
bigger than yours.
Okay, now
Shut
that
the fuck up.
now that you've looked at the brothers, you can re-roll on Shadow.
31.
Yeah, you were looking for something rounded, and you found instead of the coin kind of shaped thing.
Yours are a different shape than the others, but they're in there.
Krieger doesn't have one.
No, he's new, remember?
Huh. So why don't you just take that one, give it to that one.
Does this mean that I'm special?
Not for long.
Okay.
How hard would it be to successfully remove one of these things?
This would be surgery.
It's a lot easier when they're not breathing.
Since you've done a lot of examining and you had a unique, this would be a DC 22 surgery
Okay.
under the current conditions.
Is that similar to how hard it would be to put one into someone? Like, I think that feels like it would be harder. Or
You'll have a better idea when you extract the one from the man.
And the question is, does it gotta be in there? Or can you just like wear it as a necklace? You just
Probably.
put it in your pocket.
we'll have a better chance once we've examined it.
Proximity to a dying creature might be sufficient, says Ptolemy.
Maybe that's why you want to cover it in your skin.
Yes, wouldn't want no.
You don't want it filled with someone else.
Right.
It might be sufficient, says Ptolemy, just to put it on a string and wear it as a necklace. The thing is, necklaces can be lost.
Stolen.
When did I have surgery? Says Ptolemy.
I don't know, but
When did any of us?
This is most disconcerting.
You know what this means?
I'm special, says
Shut the
says
fuck
Echo.
yes, you are, and most illuminating.
The man that we took to the sanitarium.
He would have one as well.
And more than that, seems that his story was more truth than lies.
I don't understand why this is so important to you.
Well, here's the thing. So,
Stab
first off,
You weren't sent. You're not. You weren't sent by the Inquisitor.
hey, buddy, you said that you pull these out of people
Yes.
after they die.
Sometimes the odd one. Yeah, I would say 1 out of 100, perhaps.
And,
They tend to be the most interesting from the amount of information that they have.
what do you do with them once you get them?
Well, I keep them for a while, and then the Inquisitor comes and takes them. Or sometimes I use them to bribe when I've been bad.
And,
You should know.
He lifts his head but realizes he's in a lot of pain when he moves. You think he was talking to Bone Crusher.
Curate.
the Inquisitor.
Oh, yes, he's a nasty one. Comes and goes as he pleases, he does.
Collector of souls.
Oh, yes, he likes these gems. He also likes to have a look inside people's brain pans.
We'll tighten the rack a little bit to make certain he can't move.
Yeah, he's
We're gonna have a good old think on how to do this surgery. And we're gonna try to extract this thing.
Why
from
does
him.
he like people's brain pans?
Some people have things in their brain pans.
Well, yes, they're brains. If you're talking about the skull,
Or something else.
Some people have things written inside of them.
In what language?
I don't know. I think the language of the masters. The language of the hidden lords, perhaps.
Did you keep any of these skulls?
No. Not everyone has anything written. Only some special ones do. We could open up some of your heads to have a look. Stop.
So,
Did the ones
might
with
not
the
want to
gems?
start giving us ideas.
Did the ones with the gems have writings in their skulls?
I never figured it out, although I was trying very hard to do my best. I'm a professional, you know. A professional.
Don't worry. So am I.
His eyes roll into the back of his head as talking apparently is exhausting.
Probably the B's, the P's, the M's will all be an issue.
It's all fucking painful, dude. I'm feeling bad for this
And don't even get me started on the fucking V's.
guy.
Vitamins.
Yeah, that'll be pretty hard with the lips.
What's is the air temple the next one below us?
Air, fire, water. They're all down there.
So the fungus thing is on the 3rd floor. Fire.
No. Air, fire, water, all on level 2.
Air, fire, and water are all on level 2.
Yes.
Weren't you paying fucking attention?
Oh. Actually, no, you're a bunch of assholes.
Half of the dungeon at level 3 is prison. The other half is where some of her older servants live.
How do you contact the Inquisitor?
'Cause of the comes and goes. He is neither friend nor enemy. He is neither friend nor enemy of the temple. He comes here. He comes and goes. He does.
And the bell that tolls?
What?
The bell that tolls.
It was only Bone Crusher that heard that.
Never mind.
Yep.
Never mind. Stricken from the record.
I'll be standing outside my apartment, smoking reef. My apartment is like negative space for air, so it just pulls everything from outside. And
So what we're saying is we should give it about 5 minutes.
I
Get
don't think it's that much.
We called for munchies.
No. It'll take more than the smell of it.
All right. You probably want to bite on something.
What? What are you doing? Don't hurt me. I'm hurt enough already. Please, oh, don't hurt me.
I don't believe we need you in the next cycle.
Good choice.
I'm not sure I can participate in this.
Now, let me
Understandable.
explain it to you here, buddy.
You walk out with Darian.
I don't
See.
quite agree, but then again, I don't quite understand.
Looks
I will-
like we do come back.
We're going to attempt to not have him permanently harmed.
I don't like this whole messing around with souls bit, not one bit.
The next part is the part that's going to be the hard sell, I'm afraid.
Darian, looks like
He slides the mother's mask down over his face and
Yeah.
just... He does not
if
look
you
at
don't understand it, looks like we do actually come back through these things in us.
Ignorance is no excuse for me to accept evil.
Evil or not, Looks like our jobs are to get this thing
All
done.
right, give me one
We've
second.
been fucking up for the I don't know how many times. Maybe we'll get it right, maybe we won't. But if we get that into Krieger will come back again. That's why that guy didn't know who Krieger was. I'm guessing.
Somehow, I think you're not the right person to be guessing, Mr. Castle.
Fuck you.
Mr. Castle is such a good name. Oh, it's Castle. Oh.
Fucking prick.
Takes his helmet, just turns it sideways.
Krieger's like, heard my name?
Yeah, you're gonna be getting a gift in a short while.
Alright, you gonna take watch?
Yep. You're doomed. Fuck those guys.
Five-face God, protect us. The five-face God, Darian's just praying.
Yep.
For some sort of guidance.
Well, yeah, we better not. I'm looking for this soul stone or soul gem or trap the soul would be the spell. I want to see if it's like it used to be an evil spell. I thought. I don't know if it's in this system. No, trap the soul. Maybe magic jar.
Well, from Ptolemy, you gather that trapping the souls and using them as currency is an evil thing.
Is an evil thing. Using them as currency is an evil thing.
Yep.
I just want to know if we have to be really careful with their words around the paladin, so he doesn't just start ripping his own nipples off trying to get an evil artifact out of his chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that would be. Then we would know that we are definitely in in new territory in the looping of time because he's with us. So he's either never successfully ripped his nipples off or he's never found out before.
Okay, you know that this is arcane, necromancy, and negative energy effect.
Okay. Which isn't necessarily evil, but it definitely has that sort of leaning.
And then there is something called. Let me just take a glance here. Maybe that's a ritual.
Oh, maybe it's ritual. I didn't look at rituals.
It also might be too high of a level for you to really know anything about.
Right.
Which is funny.
This is one of those things where, like, a whole bunch of the spells are the same, but then there's ones that are different, and you're like, I don't know how to look up the thing now. Because all the ones that link to it are gone. So how do I even do?
Okay. It is a DC
59.
36 to know anything about this.
Alright, I can make that.
Hey, can we help?
27.
Okay, and Ptolemy, because it's an arcane spell, I'll even let him roll his. You know it's necromancy. You know it's not a common thing, and you suspect that using souls as currency is an evil act.
All right.
Like screwing with the natural order of souls going to their heavens and their gods and their judgment in the afterlife is evil. Yeah. Now, is this an extenuating circumstance?
Well, it's one of those things of like, but this appears to be the status quo. So, Alcur, in the name of civilization, is going to extract this from this man.
Okay. So there is this magical onyx gemstone in his
Crusher, will give you
in
a
his
hand.
chest.
And I don't know how long a surgery normally takes, but we're doing it in twice the time. So if it's
Okay.
10 minutes, it's 20 minutes, it's an hour, it's
You
2
guys
hours.
are taking 20 minutes to do so. I've already rolled random encounter chance, and how many hours go by before my next roll again? Apparently things are peaceful here on level 1.
Not 20 for Crusher.
Nice. You gain a +4, Alker, as you're extracting the gemstone from this man's chest.
Alright, so I have a
Sharp
Plus-
magical knife. Sharp magical
I have a
knife.
plus 21.
Stitches.
Nice. The DC's 22.
37.
Critical success with minimal damage to him. He actually is alive. He's awake during the entire time. He's complaining. He's playing like, Cecil, you're stealing from me. You're stealing from me. And you manage to kind of pop it out, and you stuff a bunch of cloth and clean rags into the hole and quench the bleeding right away. And there is a black gem with what looks like somebody has etched runes along the side of it. Actually, it's cabochon cut, so it's smooth on one side and then totally flat on the other. They basically made a flat area along his sternum and kind of embedded that gem in the side. And you could see some runes along the flat side of the gem.
Alright. We should probably investigate this.
Well, I already told you what it is, Sis told me.
Well, what does that big thing over there do?
I would like to take a moment to sketch it. Like he wants to like make a copy of the rune, like in great detail.
Yep.
Sketch a copy of this thing.
You're taking my gift. Echo's just crying.
Well, seeing as we might need some information from you in the future, better prepare you some accommodations. So Oscar's going to open up this cell, and he's going to basically whatever they use for hay or whatever the hell they're using for,
Yep,
you know.
they've got hay.
Yep, we're going to put some fresh hay in there and a bucket of water.
The bucket of water that was all full of blood gets dragged inside there.
We'll give him a fresh bucket. We'll give him a fresh bucket.
Okay.
You don't need him getting some sort of HIV or something. You know, we'll just give him a fresh bucket.
You're strangely kind, Oscar.
That's one way to think about it. So, and then we're gonna basically put our horrible gimp in this little cage and close the door.
Oscar's got a strength of 10. You probably need Nurse Bone Crusher to
Bone crusher.
to lift
the
up the guy.
patient
Yep.
in the
You
cell.
lift him up.
Thank you, Bone Crusher. You're also very kind. Do not worry. Perhaps I will be saved after all. I'm special. You can't steal that from me.
I should snap his neck right now.
We don't know what other information we need. Yes, we're all very fucking special.
it's not hidden on Crusher's face. Like, do
No.
it right now.
We're gonna lock the door.
Okay, he kind
It's
of
like patting his head,
crawls
going
into
for the neck.
crawls into a fetal position and just closes his eyes.
Goes to Alcura. Let him live.
Just make it like just give him a neck massage.
Ooh, can I see? Can I see? Told me. Holds the gem in his hand. Yes, it is necromancy.
I don't know what to do.
We should give it to Krieger.
I believe that is the correct thing to do.
Yes.
I don't know if that is the right thing to do.
well.
Imagine two potential scenarios, as it were. Scenario the first, the preferable scenario.
Wait. Imagining.
Alright. We are heroes trapped in a loop trying to save some grander entity beyond our simple survival. And these are being used to bring us back to win, right? To defeat the evil and have some greater purpose.
Yes.
Shadow sticks his head in.
Because we keep fucking up.
An alternate version of this is we are tortured beings separated from our gods, and we are the ones who are being punished. And then providing this to Krieger would be just simply signing him up for an eternal punishment of struggle and death.
Yes.
Something doesn't add up. The man that took the one in Sanitarium, if he was gifted by his goddess to remember, if this was a ruse, he would not have been gifted.
We all have gifts.
His gift is remembering, he said. As crazy as it sounds, I do believe him.
Oh, we gotta get her fucking fingernails dirty. Alright. We're giving the fucking thing to Krieger, and our next pass through this shit, we are fucking winning.
I don't think
Oscar
it's the next.
has
This is the one.
Oscar has decided that every named foe that we find, we're looking for this, and we're destroying it. So that our next time through the circuit, they can't be here.
You know the dwarves that we just met.
Yep. We're
Go check those assholes
gonna
out.
check the dwarves. We're gonna check the cleric, the priest and the dwarves. Go find their body.
For Krieger.
Yes.
You're the crafter as well as our doctor. You shouldn't die. Or maybe you should die last. No, second last.
I believe that should be reinforced amongst the others.
Yes. Perhaps not now.
Alcur will tie a rope like amulet with the stone knot inside.
Yep.
And Krieger.
Yeah. What are we all fucking getting excited about over here?
This
is a magical talisman of protection. You should wear it close to your skin. All right, is that why you were looking at my pecs earlier, Elf?
Yes.
What's it do? Protects you.
Technically.
Uh-huh.
Sort of.
It protects your soul, Krieger. It protects your soul. Well, that sounds good.
Sort of.
Well, fuck, I was good about to put it on before you said sort of.
It.
We all have one. You need one as well.
We all have one, and this will help you. If you die, it will allow you another chance to.
Crusher taps the table. Would you prefer under the skin, or the necklace, or above the skin?
Show me. I saw the thing inside him, but
Alcur was going to lift up his robe to show his lack of pecs.
Okay. Krieger draws a dagger.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? He's just cleaning his fingernail. He smiles. All right, where am I looking here? He's got his big ass thumb pushing around.